Hello, I'm Mark Chalero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today I'm sitting behind the wheel of our absolutely awesome 1972 Avanti II Stinger Custom. If you have not watched our presentation video on this car, this is a super car. You definitely have to watch that video. I went over in full detail how this car came about and who designed it, things of that nature. We also did a startup as well. You could listen to the motor run. We gave it a few revs, etc. So just make sure that you watch that video. Also make sure you check out our website listing for a full description with tons of photos at msclassiccars.com. The point of this video here is to actually go over the interior features, show you the functionality, and also do a driving video. We do it always at the Seekonk Speedway here because it's a perfect size parking lot for us to drive around in, show you a little bit about the car, do some still takes, and keep away from the traffic. So let's start with the interior of this car. You can clearly see in our photos and in our video here that this interior is in absolutely like new condition. They did a beautiful job when they restored it. It's got this really nice leather headliner here. It's got this roll bar. This is a functioning sunroof, which I'll show you in a minute. This dash was actually perfectly restored. It was sent out. They spent just a couple $1,000s alone on just the dash. It's absolutely beautiful. You'll see the beautiful gauge work here. These are all Stewart Warner gauges. Really cool. It's got a tilt steering wheel here, which functions really nice. This Cobra style steering wheel. It's got all of the original style hardware down here. Some of the gauges. It does have electric cutouts here, which I'll show you in a minute. It has push button start. You can also use the key as well. And it has the mechanism to operate the sunroof. And it also has power windows. It's got these really nice billet aluminum door handles, these beautiful leather door panels. And these seats that we're sitting in are extremely comfortable. It even has seats, obviously, for the rear passengers as well. They're kind of like a bucket style seat. It's got this beautiful full-length console here with this custom shifter. This is just a really spectacular car. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and start it right now. Every time you turn the key, as you can see, this thing fires up instantly. You will learn from watching our other video and reading the description that this motor is a GM Performance 383 with 425 horsepower. This is a very lightweight car from the information I've gathered, it weighs less than 3,000 pounds. It's got 425 horsepower. It's coupled, the engine is coupled to a Tremec 5-speed transmission with overdrive. It's a great drivetrain. The car's got power 4-wheel disc brakes, which work awesome. It's got a really healthy exhaust system with cherry bombs and electric cutouts. So once again, when you're watching the video, I'll give it some revs and everything so you can actually hear the car perform. So to start quickly here, we have all of our gauges over here. All these gauges are in working order. Oil pressure gauge, our amp meter gauge, speedometer. You can see it only has 1,557 miles since it was restored. You can see the RPM gauge, how beautiful this car runs. At MS Classic Cars, we service all of our vehicles. We document it with an invoice. So these cars are really ready to rock and roll for the new owner. You'll see that the temperature is right at 180. Fuel gauge is working. It's got vacuum here, which is working. So show you over here on this side, the power windows. This is actually the power as driver's side here. You'll notice it goes up nice and tight. Really fits nice. Works well. Over to the passenger side window, you'll see that window goes up as well. Nice and tight. It's great to have these conveniences in this car. Again, it's got tilt steering wheel. You'll see the directionals here. They work great. Left side, right side, and so forth. The horn, the windshield wipers. Also, you'll notice, again, the electric cutouts. I don't know if you can really hear this, but I'll go ahead and open them up. I'll give it a little rev here. The car gets really obnoxiously loud. It's really awesome. You can hear it. It's really cool. Hit this button here, and it goes right back to the original exhaust, which again are kind of a cherry bomb. I told you about the electric start, and this is the sunroof button. This is the sunroof, which actually opens up really nice. Get some of that great sun inside the car. Right now it's about 90 degrees here in Seekonk. Again, this shifter works absolutely beautiful. It's got a really high performance clutch, which is simple to use here. So anyway, this is a really great vehicle. Even the headlights are up here, which are great. The directionals are actually built into the headlights. Those are really cool. What I'll do when we're doing our video is I'll demonstrate some of those features. For now, we're going to go ahead and just take it for a ride around the speedway here. I can't brag enough about how tight this car is. It was really well built. My mechanic Joe Fournier, who is very experienced, he's worked on tons of my classic cars. This is one of his personal favorites. He absolutely loves it. You don't see these vehicles very often, especially done like this particular car. You got to watch my presentation video and read the description to truly understand the thought that went into this car. This was the car that essentially was never built by Avanti II. For people who don't know, Studebaker originally had the Avanti. They eventually sold the mold, which is a fiberglass car. This company, Avanti Motor Corporation, made the Avanti II. They were using General Motors motors. They were very expensive cars. I have the original window sticker to this car when it was new. It was like over $11,000 back in 1972. So these cars definitely were marketed toward people that could afford to spend that kind of money. They were great cars, very beautiful interiors, great design. They had some pretty powerful engines with all things considered. And the idea was, with the Stinger, was to make kind of a Avanti II supercar. Kind of like Ford would do with Shelby. But unfortunately that never happened. So the gentleman that actually owned this car, who I dedicated it to on my website, he came up with a great idea. He hooked up with a well-known designer, Eric Brockmeyer, who basically designed this whole car. All the renderings are included. So that's kind of the story. This thing is unbelievable to drive. Want to talk about a lot of fun. What I'll do here in this parking lot, I've been in first gear this whole time, only around 2,000 RPMs. I'll get up a little speed here. You can really hear those cherry bomb exhausts. I'm in second gear now. You can see it shifts really tight. There's no rattles. The steering wheel is really, really precise. They're doing a little bit of paint work over here at the Speedway, so I got to be careful with this gentleman here. I'll give him a little rev. Maybe he's got his headphones on, not sure. Oh, we got a person down here who might want to see what this Avanti 2 is all about. So I'll get on a little bit for you. Just literally spun the tires there. You can see this thing has got a lot of power. Again, 425 horsepower behind a real light body car. It's a recipe for speed. Again, take my hand off the steering wheel. This thing goes perfectly straight. It's got power steering, power four-wheel disc brakes, a little over 11-inch size rotors. It's got great stopping power. What I'll do is I'll drive by this truck here. I'll open up the exhaust so she's like open headers. Give this guy in this truck a little rev. See what he says. Yeah, this thing is awesome. Check out this baby. Just laid a little strip back there. This thing is an absolute blast to drive. Absolute blast. I can shift on the fly, whether I'm upshifting, downshifting with ease. Again, I'll shut the cutouts so we go back to the original style exhaust system. I'll just do one more loop here. I don't want to go too hard in this parking lot. I got to be respectful. These guys are nice enough to let us do our videos here at the Speedway. If you don't know much about the Seacon Speedway, they actually started with midget racing many years ago. I think it was like 40 years ago. You got to check out their website. They do awesome racing here, attract a ton of people. We've been doing videos in their parking lot for quite some time now. I used to actually take all my photos in the Seacon Speedway parking lot. But one more time, I'll get on this baby. She really moves. We got up to about 50 miles an hour there pretty quickly. And you can tell this thing just absolutely purrs. Sounds great, drives great, brakes great, does everything it's supposed to do. We appreciate you watching. Thank you.